So this is a quick little item, but in the interest of just serving kind of news to people who want it, we'll talk a little bit about Marvel Unlimited, because this is a story. I took a look at it and I thought, nah. And then I got peppered with a number of emails. So let me just set the record straight. Marvel Unlimited is changing and will now stream comic books 3 months earlier. But what does that mean? Hey everybody, this is Perch. Marvel Unlimited is a digital service. It's a subscription SaaS-ish service that you can subscribe to, and you can get comics for it. But what a lot of people do not know, or I don't think realized, is that Marvel Unlimited wasn't day and date with what you could get from, the local comic book shop or even Comixology. It was delayed. So Marvel Unlimited is a all-you-can-eat kind of package. You subscribe, you can get a 7-day free trial, and that's nice. But otherwise, when you subscribe to it, it's $9.99 a month, and you get access to a library. And the library is 28,000-ish digital comics, is what they say. And it's, they're adding material to it all the time. You can get, actually, just like any other pricing model, you have 3 models. You have a new exclusive kit. And the new exclusive kit gets you a little Miss Marvel toy with a Spider-Man shirt and some Iron Man floppy comics and some kind of Scotty Young thing. The pin, yeah, and a patch. You get a patch. Hey, there you go. At any rate, that is $100 a year. So the idea is basically hey, you want to move to digital, you want to have this big library of Marvel comics, it's $100 a year. But a lot of people who have signed up are dismayed to discover that it takes 6 months when they convert things from kind of a new comic. Let's say that, so like this week, we have some new Ten of Swords comics coming out that will show up in Marvel Unlimited in 6 months. Or so it was until today. So now, instead of it being 6 months behind newsstand or print, it's now 3 months behind newsstand and print, and Comixology. So I'm screwing this up already. Let me kind of clarify. You have comics that come out every week, right? You have printed comics that go into comic shops. You have digital versions of those comics goes into Comixology, and that they come out same time, and you can read them and you can buy them, and great. And then separate from those two things, you have this Marvel Unlimited, which is an all-you-can-eat streaming service where you pay monthly and you just can read all the comics you want. And those comics are older comics. They're further back in the library, with the newest comic in that streaming service being 6 months old, until today, where Marvel announced that it will now be only 3 months old. So they're basically shrinking the turnaround into their all-you-can-eat, all-you-can-read comic service from 6 months to 3. So this, for example, as it says, stories that came in July, such as the beginning of the amazing Avengers Age of Khonshu arc, some Guardians of the Galaxy, where Star Fox. Oh, well, I don't want to spoil anything. Star-Lord, was killed. I don't know. Is it a spoiler at this point? It's 6 months old, 3 months old. I don't know. At any rate, some comics of Empyre are in there. Not all of them at the beginning of it. And basically, those comics are now appearing immediately. So if you subscribe to Marvel Unlimited, you will now see those comics in the service. Okay. Now, by contrast, DC is at this point, they are 6 months behind. So they were 1 year behind, and now they're 6 months behind. And Marvel is now 3 months behind. So where is all this going? Well, I mean, it's probably not going to day and date in their streaming service yet. What will cause that to happen is if the sales fall to the point that they no longer think that the streaming service will cannibalize what existing sales are left, and then they'll go day and date with everything. But for the moment, this buffer basically keeps the monthly market alive while they slowly migrate everybody over to this all-you-can-eat streaming service. Um, you know, it is what it is. I think this is Marvel and DC and others kind of, looking at least what Shonen Jump is doing and others where you do have some day and date. I still think that app and that service and kind of what they have done is much smarter in terms of how they give out some free content and what they charge for and what they, it just back and forth. It's a good business model, and it seems to be taking off quite strongly in the US. If the numbers from iTunes are any indication, it seems to be doing quite well. The Marvel Unlimited app, much like the DC, once DC Universe, now DC Universe Infinite, with with all that, their apps suck. I mean, I'm sorry. Now, I'm sure there's some people who go in there and they're like, oh, this is pretty good. But generally speaking, it's not the best service. It does look like something that was just kind of thrown together very quickly. And I think there needs to be a lot of love put into this, but there's not a lot of money put into this. We don't know how popular Marvel Unlimited is, but there's at least enough indications based in kind of the terms and conditions and what you see from reviews and everything to suggest that it's not doing amazing. But maybe as more people push to digital, it will go there. So that's the news. Basically, Marvel Unlimited is now 3 months instead of 6 months for new titles to appear in that all-you-can-eat kind of fashion. So the question now goes out to you. Number one, would you ever subscribe to Marvel or DC Unlimited? Are you a subscriber today? Do you like it? Do you hate it? Would you ever do it? Do you see the value, or would you see value in paying $10 a month and being able to basically read all the Marvel comics if they just showed up there that way? Is that something you would do? Would it be worth, if a lot of people are opposed to going to digital, would this cause you to tip over this price point, what you're doing here? Would that do it? And what do you think of this news? I will say I don't think this news is anything to really get alarmed about yet. I think some people will. I think some comic shops will be mad, and I think there will be a lot of fuss there. But the reality is, at the moment, Marvel Unlimited just isn't a compelling product for enough people where it matters. I do think they would like it to become a compelling product, and I'm sure for some people it is a compelling product, but it's not there yet. And I don't say this as a personal opinion. By the numbers, it's not there yet. And clearly they want to grow it, and I hope they can. But what about you? You into it? You out of it? What do you think? Like, subscribe, click the bell for notifications, check your subscriptions to YouTube is often taking those out, and thanks for listening. That sounded too sarcastic. Thank you for listening. I mean it.